Hi, I'm Seher,
And I'm Shreya. Welcome to our show, Only Spoilers.
where I tell Shreya about a new book I've read or a movie that I've watched. In today's episode, I'm going to wrap up A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Are you going to read it, Shreya?
Definitely not.
Then let me tell you all about it.
Okay, I'm so excited.
Okay, so in the last episode, we found out about the whole thing that's going on with Tamlin and Prithian, the curse that Amarantha put on them, and then why Alice is angry at Feyre and everything, right? So now Feyre is begging Alice that please let me or like show me the way to under the mountain so I can go save Tamlin. And then she's like, what are you gonna do? You're just a human. And she's like, no, if I can break the curse, is Tamlin strong enough to kill her? And then Alice is like, of course, he's the High Lord. But she's like, no, but like Feyre is like, are you sure he's powerful enough? She's like, yes, these High Lords are not just powerful, they are the power. So if you somehow, by miracle, Alice has no faith in Feyre. So she's like, by any miracle, if you're able to, then yes, Tamlin will kill Amarantha. So she's like, okay, take me to another mountain. So she packs a bag. Alice packs a bag of like food and everything, and then they leave the spring court, travel through the autumn court, and then there's a enchanted cave in the autumn court that's like a shortcut to under the mountain. But because if you have to walk, you saw the map how long of a distance it is, right? It would have taken days and days, and they didn't have enough supplies to walk that far. So Alice leaves Feyre at the entrance of the cave, and she's like, you're on your own, God bless you, keep your wits about yourself. Don't she gives her the same warning she gave her before, like don't get into any bargains or like deals with anyone, and focus on what you see and you hear, because everything in there is going to betray you. So just good luck, God bless you. And then Alice steps. Feyre goes into the cave and like she's like, oh my God, I'm on my way to my death. What did I do? But she's also like, but I love Tamlin. I feel guilty that if I had just said that I loved him, they wouldn't have had to suffer anymore. She's taking all of the blame on herself. So she reaches under the mountain, and she's like, imagine it's like a huge cave, and like im- practically it's a mountain that was carved inside, and like there's cities and pathways and everything. So Feyre is like sneaking around trying to get to wherever Tamlin is. She has no idea what is under here, but she's trying to see what it is, and then she gets captured by the Atter.
What?
Yeah.
By the scary shadow person? The skinny one with the hood?
With the wings.
Yeah, with the wings.
Not the surreal, the Atter.
Right.
So he's like, oh, who are you? Well, a human, what are you doing here? So he takes her to Amarantha. So he takes her to a throne room where like Amaranth it's like imagine like a king's room, like we've seen all in the movies. Like it's a huge room with like pillars, and there's a podium where there's a throne, and like where the king or a queen sits, and like everybody else is just standing around. So she's taken to a room like that. And then a woman in a red dress with red hair and really long nails, a very, very beautiful woman, is sitting on the throne, and that's Amarantha. And there's another chair beside her, and she's shocked to see Tamlin sitting there. So Tamlin is sitting beside Amarantha. When Feyre is brought in front of her, in front of Amarantha, he doesn't even have an expression on his face. He's just like looks at her and is like blank. And Feyre is like, what? Like, are you gonna even acknowledge that I'm here? So Amarantha is like, who are you? How did you reach here? What's your name and everything? And Feyre is like, I'm here to claim Tamlin. I love him. Release him. And then Amarantha laughs. She's like, are you serious? Like, do you think it's going to be this easy? The time limit is over. No matter what you do now, nothing is going to change. He's not leaving. So she's like, no, I would do anything. So Feyre is begging Amarantha that please let Tamlin go, release all of them. I'm telling you, I love him. So the curse it should be broken. Amarantha is like, no, that doesn't work anymore. The time limit is over. And then Feyre is like, I will do anything to save him. And she's like,
Anything.
anything. And she's like, "Are you sure? You're just a human." And then she's like, "What is your name, though? I thought I'd already captured and, taken care of the woman who Rhysand claimed was the human Tamlin was in love with." And Feyre turns around and Claire's body is nailed to the ceiling in the throne room for
Shut
everybody to
up.
see. And like it's her broken naked body, and she's been dead for a few days, but there are like red marks everywhere. She's burned, she has broken hands, like she was tortured.
Oh my god.
Claire was tortured for information like, who are you, what do you know, do you actually love Tamlin? And then Rhysand is called to the front, and Amaranth has like, didn't you say this woman is the one you saw in Tamlin's room? But this one is claiming that she's the one who loves her. So what's the truth? And Feyre's like, oh my god, how is he gonna lie? Like, why did he lie?
Mhm.
Or like he didn't lie, he just told her the name, right? She
name.
asked for a name, Rhysand gave Amarantha the name, and then Claire wasn't the one. So Rhysand is like, oh, all the humans look the same to me, so I don't really care. Maybe it was this one, maybe it was that one, I don't know. So he saved himself.
Yeah.
And then Feyre is like, oh, and then Amarantha is like, what is your name? She's asking Feyre her name, but she wouldn't tell her because now she knows what Amarantha can do, right? The moment she tells her name, her family is gonna die. So Feyre doesn't tell her name, and then the Atter starts beating her, and like punches her, like her nose breaks and everything. And then Lucian is called to the front, and he's asked like, what is this woman's name? He also doesn't say it. And then the Atter starts hitting Lucian, not Feyre. First, she doesn't get beat. Lucian start getting tortured. Like, if you don't tell me her name, I'm gonna kill you. And then Lucian's parents are also under the mountain. They're being kept captured.
Wait. Lucian's asking.
Lucian is being asked by Amarantha for Feyre's name. Feyre hasn't told her Amarantha her name.
Okay, so
she's just a human
threatening.
girl. She's threatening to kill Lucian for her name.
Okay.
And Lucian is not giving up her name right now. And he's like, no, I don't know, and all of that. He's lying. And then Feyre finally is like, my name is Feyre.
Why would she do that?
I don't know. Because she doesn't want Lucian to die.
Oh.
Either. He's being tortured and, hit to death.
Yeah.
So she's like, my name is Feyre. And she's like, oh, okay. Thank you for telling me that. So you really think you can save Tamlin? She's like, yes. She's like, okay, I am bored. I don't have any entertainment under the mountain anymore. This one, Tamlin, she points at Tamlin, won't give me any attention that I want from him. So let me play some games. She's like, I'm going to give you 3 tasks. If you are successful, I will release them. Right? Mm-hmm. And Feyre's like, okay. And then she's like, every full moon, I'm going to give you a task that if you succeed after the 3rd one, I'll let everybody go. But if you don't want to go through all the tasks, I'll give you a riddle, which if you solve, I will immediately release everyone. And then Feyre is thinking about it. She's like, okay, I cannot make deals. I have to think everything through because these people are really clever. They play with words because a verbal contract in Prithian is like binding with your life. Like if you make the deal and if you break it, then it's a life sentence. You will have to forfeit your life.
Yeah.
So Feyre is like, okay, so she listens to the riddle. Let me read out the riddle to you, right? Because I don't remember it word by word.
Oh, so she reads out the riddle and then she gets to make the choice? Or
No. She has the choice.
So she picked the riddle over the 3 days?
No. So she doesn't pick it. But Amarantha is like, I give you 3 tasks to do, but I will also give you another option. The option is I will give you a riddle. If you're able to solve it, whenever, I will immediately release everyone. So Feyre is like, okay, right? I will listen to the riddle. She has no idea if she'll be able to solve it now or later or whenever. So she listens to the riddle. The riddle is this way. There are those who seek me a lifetime, but never we meet, and those I kiss, but who trample me beneath ungrateful feet. At times I seem to favor the clever and the fair, but I bless all those who are brave enough to dare. By ministrations are soft handed and sweet, but scorned, I become a difficult beast to defeat. For though each of my strikes lands a powerful blow, when I kill, I do it slow. That's a riddle.
Oh, okay.
And Feyre is thinking, she's like, oh my God, I am an illiterate. How am I ever going to solve this?
I forgot she's illiterate.
Yeah.
She's like, easy, give me the 3.
Yeah.
Give me the 3 tasks.
So Amarantha repeats it and she's like, so you don't have the answer? I guess that's fine. You have 3 days until the next full moon to go through my first task, and you can take your time. Like, if you have the answer on the night of the first task, tell me, and if it's the right one, I release everyone.
Oh, I see. So this one can happen at any time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is like a second quicker option.
Oh, okay. So she has. I see. So it's not like she has 2 options. She has both, but this is just the faster one. Okay. The riddle, I feel like it just sounds like death.
Okay.
Like when you were reading it, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I guess death could be the answer, but that's a little too easy. Okay.
I wasn't able to solve the riddle when I read it. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what it is, what it means. So then Feyre's like, okay, agreed. So it's a deal between her and Amarantha, right? And then the ACOTAR starts hitting Feyre. He beats her, breaks her nose, kicks her until she's unconscious. And then she's sent to a cell where she's gonna live. So she wakes up in a cold dungeon like she's sleeping on a stack of hay, and her face is throbbing because her nose is broken. And she's like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? What have I put myself through? Like, I've ended in hell. What am I gonna do here? And then she's just crying and crying and crying. And then Lucian comes to her cell. The guards were changing, so he sneaks in and he's like, what the hell were you thinking? Why are you here? You're gonna die. She's like, I had to do something. Thank you for, not like, I'm sorry that you had to get beaten up for me. Thank you for protecting me. But like, there's nothing else I can do. I have to try. I was late, but I want to help you. So he heals her nose because it's broken, right? She can't breathe. She's bleeding. He's like, I can't heal you all the way because they're going to know somebody helped you. I'll just...
Who helped her?
Lucian.
Oh, Lucian.
Lucian is helping her. So
he's free. He's not like shackled or anything?
No.
Okay.
Because he's a son of a high lord, right?
Oh.
So the punishment for him is living under the mountain. He's not going to be kept in a cell, because then who's going to entertain Amarantha, right?
Yeah.
Kisko maregi wo? And then, so he fixes her broken nose, but like leaves the swelling and stuff. So nobody suspects somebody helped Feyre. So for 3 days, she's just in the cold, dark dungeon. She doesn't know what day it is, how much time has passed. She's just being given moldy food and soup and things like that. The night of the full moon is her first task. So she's given like pants and tunic and stuff. And then she's dragged to the throne room, which has been transformed into like an arena and like an underground, like not an underground, like a ditch where it's like a maze. And it smells really bad. Like it's all muddy and like disgusting. And like she has to, the Amarantha is like, if you can fight your way out of this, then we'll see. Or if you have the answer to the riddle, you can all go free right now. And then obviously Feyre doesn't have the answer. So Amarantha is like, okay, go ahead, fight for your life. So she's pushed into this maze of like mud and everything, and there's a huge worm. So it's called the Midgard worm. It's, imagine a dragon, and a huge dragon with like no wings or feet. So it has a body of a worm, but like huge and scaly and scary with like big teeth and everything. So Feyre has to kill it or like escape it, because she's like 10 feet underground and like there's no way for her to climb out to save her life. So she's running around.
So the maze is underground?
Yeah, the maze is underground.
And it's mud. Like, can she go through the walls or no?
She can try, but like she will have to like she has to dig through because the walls are like solidified and stuff. So she realizes when she's running around that the worm is blind. So he can only smell her. And that's why he's following it. And she's trying to run through corners, and like, because it's a huge worm, it won't be able to
make big turns.
Yeah, make quick turns, but she is able to. And then she ends up at a point where it's like, it's where it lives, like the one corner where it lives, and it's full of bones, like all the creatures and things it has eaten. And like, that's where the worm lives, right? So she claws her way through a wall and goes into the area where all the bones and stuff are, and covers herself in the muck so that the worm cannot smell her. And then she starts spiking bones on the wall so she can climb her way out of it, right? And then she lures the worm, like she cuts her hand so that it can smell her blood, because now she's completely covered in the mud, right? So he can't smell it. Then she cuts her hand, lures him there. She climbs the steps that she made. She took a huge bone and she
kills
him, like puts it through his skull, and like
my God.
the end. But in the process, she breaks her hand. Like she falls, and like in one of the times she was trying to dodge it, and then her hand is broken. She doesn't even realize it because she's
adrenaline and everything.
Exactly. And then when she kills her, then she takes one of the bones and like throws it like a javelin towards Amarantha. She misses, but she tried to kill her, and then everybody is, booing. It's like, ooh.
Oh, everyone can watch this?
Yeah, everybody else, because it's an entertainment for everybody.
Yeah.
Imagine it's like a Colosseum and everybody is just watching, seeing a gladiator, fight for their life. That's an entertainment for Amarantha.
Okay.
She's very entertained. She's like, oh, okay, I guess, you won the task. And then she's like, you made... And everybody else is betting on how long she's going to survive and everything. And everybody loses money except Reese. Reese is the only one who bet that Feyre is gonna win.
Oh my God.
Bro.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know why I like Reese right now. I have no idea. Anyways. I don't know. I think that's kind of cute.
And we're like, oh, that's interesting. Like Reese is the only one who bet on her that she's gonna win. And then Amarantha is like, you made him a lot of money, but I guess it's whatever. Go back to your cell. So she's sent back to her cell, and she's waiting for somebody to... Maybe she's like, oh, maybe Lucian will come back and help me, because her hand is broken and it's like covered in all muck and all the dirty mud and everything. And she has a fever. So she's dying of an infection, of a broken arm. She waits for 3 days. She's like, oh my God, if this doesn't heal, then I'm definitely going to die of my injuries. And then on the third night, like the 3 days after the task, somebody comes into her cell. She can't see, it's dark and everything. And then turns out it's Rhysand. Rhysand comes to her cell and he's like, oh, I see you're dying. I want to make a...
I see you're dying.
Yeah, I want to make a deal with you. I want to make a bargain with you. If I heal you, you have to spend 2 weeks out of every month in my court with me. And she's like, no way.
Oh, he has a crush on her. I see. Okay.
So
he's like, damn, she's a badass. I want her. Okay.
So Feyre is like, no way in hell I'm making a deal with you, because I've been warned against it. Like, you are the bad guy. You are Amarantha's whore. What do you want to do with me? I'm not gonna make this deal with you. He's like, you see, you're the only one who has got everything to lose, because if you don't let me help you, you're gonna die. And then your Tamlin is also gonna die. Do you want to let him die? She's like, fine, whatever, but I'm only gonna spend 1 week a month with you. Not 2 weeks, not 10 days, just a week every month, and you have to heal my hand. So he heals her hand and fixes her and everything, and then he leaves. Next morning when she wakes up, there's a tattoo on her hand.
With his name?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, not with his name.
But
right.
Like, I was gonna be like, damn, that's kind of hot. Just kidding, everyone. Just kidding.
So her left hand was broken. So there's like imagine like whorls and like spirals of like black ink all over her left hand and like an eye on her palm.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tattoo. And she's like, what the hell? Like, what did you do? And he's like, oh, this is like a tradition in my court. If you make a bargain, you symbolize it by a tattoo.
Oh my god, but then Tamlin's gonna know that she made a deal with him, and then he's gonna be like, bitch, why'd you do that? Like, you effed yourself over, and now everyone's gonna know. Is Reese dumb? Because he's like, oh, we'll keep this a secret, but it's not a secret if he didn't say it was gonna be a secret, right?
He didn't say it was a secret.
Oh my god, but then what's her name? The
Amarantha?
Yeah, Amarantha. She's gonna know that he helped her. So was he not scared of his safety? Like, if Amarantha saw this big tattoo on her arm, she's not going to be like, why did you go help her? Like, no, you can't sleep with me anymore. Like, all the horror business is going to shut down really fast when she sees that.
See, I mean, he risked all of that for what? So you it makes you think that what is the bigger motive behind all of this, right? So after he saves her life, every night until the next stars, so guards come into Feyre's cell and they're like, oh, we want you to clean the throne room, and they only give her like one bucket of water, only one clean bucket of water, and they like wipe the whole floor. And she's like, how am I gonna do it? Like, one bucket is gonna get dirty. They're like, we don't care. Until Amarantha comes back, you have to be able to clean the whole room. And then she's scrubbing and scrubbing the floor, and the water is dirty, so it's just getting dirtier and dirtier.
Yeah.
She's like, this is an impossible task, I'm gonna die. But then somebody comes into the throne room, a lady who has red hair, and she's very beautiful. And then there's a lot of red-haired people in this book.
I was like, Amarantha?
Not Amarantha. Okay. And then she says that she cleans, or like she replaces the dirty water in Feyre's bucket with clean water and says the debt is paid, and she leaves. It was Lucian's mom.
Oh.
She's the High Lady of the Autumn Court. Because Feyre said her name, it saved Lucian's life. So she's like, the life debt is paid. This is my payment for that. So
too cheap.
Yeah. Feyre is able to clean the room and goes back. And then that night, two shadow figures come into her cell, and then they drag her out, take her to another room, dress her up in like really skimpy clothes. So imagine like a fabric of cloth that just covers your boobs, like two what do you say? How do you say it?
Like scraps of cloth?
Yeah, two scraps of cloth that just cover your breasts, and then they meet at the waist, and then they cover your
vagina.
And then at the back, it only covers like the middle part of it. Half your ass is out.
It's like a thong for your entire body.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just held by a belt on your waist.
Oh my
God.
God.
Like it's a very like a revealing cloth. So whatever is covered is not even covered. You can see everything. She's practically naked.
Yeah.
And then they draw like the spirals of her tattoo similar to all of that all over her body. And she's like, what are you doing? Like, where are you taking me? And the Resans come into the room. He's like, oh, you're my escort to the party. She's like, I don't want to go with you. He's like, yeah, you will. Do you have anything better to do? Do you want to go rot in your cell? This way, at least you can, see your Tamlin. It's whatever. Just come with me. So he takes her, and then she's like, what is this paint on my body? He's like, I don't want anybody else playing with my pet thing. So if anybody else touches you, they will ruin the paint and I will see it. So you're only mine to play with.
Oh my God. I'm blushing. Is this a problem? Why am I into this? Okay. This is so... I'm like, okay, this is so much better than the kiss.
The bite,
the vampire kiss. I love what's ever happening here. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So she goes to the party with Reese, and then he makes her drink the wine, and she knows she's not supposed to
Right,
because
she'll
it's
get
too
too
strong.
drunk,
Yeah,
yeah.
but he forces her to drink it. He's like,
He forces her?
yeah, he's like, you have to drink it. And she drinks it. She obviously gets too drunk or like she's high on
Oh,
it.
no.
And then he's making her dance and like
Oh, I don't like this.
dance on his lap and all of that. And like,
Oh, never mind.
Tamlin is sitting and watching all of this.
Oh
so
my
this is
God.
Reese's way of torturing Tamlin as well.
Oh.
And he does it every single night. Like every single night, he's like, she's not gonna be doing any more tasks like cleaning the floor or the fireplace and everything.
He's gonna dance on her.
Yeah,
on
she's just
him.
gonna rest all day. She's gonna get 3 square hot meals, and every night she's gonna come to the party with me. So in a way, he's also taking care of her, you know, kind of protecting her.
I guess.
And like one of those, like the first she was asked to clean the floor. The next day she was asked to clean the fireplace in a bedroom. It turns out it's Reese's and Amarantha's bedroom. And then she's cleaning and he's like, what are you doing here? She's like, oh, I was asked to do this. He's like, you don't have to do this anymore. Like, I think he tries to talk to her and like she doesn't want to because obviously she hates him.
Mhm.
And then he's like, leave it and you're going to come to the party with me every night instead of doing all of this.
Yeah.
And like he tells the guards.
Where's Amarantha during all this? She's not at the party?
She is.
Oh,
And then
okay.
she sees him, she sees Reese with Feyre, but she has no reaction because she's still pining for Tamlin's reaction.
No way, really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So the only reason Amarantha makes Rhysand her whore is because Rhysand is the one who killed Tamlin's father and the brothers and his mother.
Oh.
And Amarantha was friends with Tamlin's father. So this is her way of punishing Rhysand.
Why did Rhysand kill them?
We don't know that. Because Tamlin's father is the one who killed Rhysand's mother and sister.
Oh, it's just like a circle of revenge.
Yeah. And
why did that happen?
I don't know that. We don't know that yet. And the only reason Amarantha keeps Rhysand close by also is because he can read minds and get into other people's minds.
Oh, it's
so
like,
she can know that whoever is lying to her or whatever, if she wants to torture anybody, Rhysand is the one to do it.
Yeah, it's beneficial to her.
Yeah, that's why. And he's the most powerful one. So that is the reason. He's the whore and all of that. So all of this happens. Feyre goes to the party every night. Rhysand is making her drink all of this. And like, it also helps her forget whatever tortures are happening in the throne room and all. Then comes her second task, right? Another month has gone by. Second full moon is here. Her second task. It's up until then, she's still not able to solve the riddle. She keeps hearing it in her mind, repeating it. She can't even ask anybody because everybody has been told by Amarantha that you're not allowed to help. Nobody can help Feyre.
Yeah.
She's on her own. So she goes to the second task. So the second task comes around. And again, Feyre is taken to the throne room and it's again transformed into something else. So again, there's like a big hole in the ground. Feyre is thrown into it. And there's like a partition to it. On the other side of it is Lucien. Again, he's being kept as a bait to motivate her to finish the task or whatever. If she doesn't, he dies. So what happens in this task is Amarantha gives her a riddle or like a puzzle to solve. And there are 3 levers that she has to pick. And if she doesn't, so there are like spikes coming down from the ceiling. And it's really hot. Like there's candles. Like I think it's a chandelier with spikes in it. And it's lowering down and down and down. And if Feyre doesn't pull the right lever, they're going to crush her and Lucien in the process. And Lucien
Lucian's also there?
Yeah,
with
Lucien
her?
is also there.
This poor man, why is he getting roped into this mess?
Exactly.
He just did what Tamlin asked him to do, and he's just being a good friend.
That's the thing with Amarantha. She doesn't punish the people she actually hates. She punishes the people they love.
Oh.
So this is her way of torturing Tamlin because Tamlin obviously loves Lucien as well. They've been friends for so long.
Yeah.
And Feyre, the reason.
But does she really expect like Tamlin to love her and give her attention after torturing the people that he loves?
Yeah,
Like,
she's delusional like that.
how does that work? How does girly pop like think that it's gonna work?
She's like, I'm so powerful, you have to give me what I want.
Okay.
She's just evil.
That just makes no sense, but fine.
Yeah.
She's so misguided.
She is.
She has daddy issues. Who's her dad?
We don't know who her dad is. But she has authoritarian issue, right? She's rebelling against the king of Highburn. And she hates humans. She's torturing Feyre because she hates humans. Another thing, important detail I forgot to tell you. So Amarantha is wearing a ring with the eyeball in it, a green eyeball. And like she has a bone on a necklace that like looks like a finger bone, right? It turns out that ring is Jurian. It's his eye. So when she killed Jurian, the human who killed her sister,
Yeah.
she killed him, but captured his soul in that eye, and she is wearing it as a ring.
God.
So Jurian is watching everything. He's been captured in that ring for 500 years.
So he's seeing the whole thing. It's not like a souvenir or anything.
No.
He's in it.
His soul is in it.
Oh my God.
So that bone and the ring, Jurian is watching everything. So this is her way of also torturing Jurians. Like, see how stupid you and your other humans are? They think they can win against us fairies. I'm going to show you that you are no better than us.
Oh my gosh.
That's how she's torturing Feyre that much.
So he can watch. Damn.
She's just
stuck in
a
the
vengeful
past.
bitch.
Yeah, she's just vengeful.
Yeah.
Just kidding, girl. I have no sympathy. No sympathy for you. But okay.
So this riddle has been said. Feyre has no idea because, again, illiterate. There's like a math problem or something.
She just can't read it, right?
Nothing. She doesn't even know how to do math because she's uneducated.
Why does she have to do math?
Because that's the puzzle. Like she says it. So she hasn't written, like the author hasn't written the whole puzzle out in the book because it makes no sense to Feyre. So she stops registering after 2 lines and she's just trying to guess 1, 2, 3.
Right, because this is in her perspective.
This
right?
is in Feyre's perspective.
Okay,
it's not
so
a third person. So she doesn't even register the rest of the puzzle. She's just like, oh my God, this is coming down. Lucian is going to die. I'm going to die.
Yeah.
And then her reasoning behind selecting it is like, 1, that means Amarantha. 2 means, me and Tamlin. 3, I don't know. That's her reasoning behind it.
Okay.
Like 1, 2, 3. And then she tries to go and pull the first lever and like her hand that has the tattoo on it, it burns. So she recoils against it. And she's like, what the hell happened? So she goes and tries to do it again. The same thing happens. And then she tries to pull the second one. Again, that happens. Like her hand burns. And when she holds the third one, it doesn't burn anymore. So she tests it again. The second one is burning again. But the third one is the right answer. So she pulls it and they're saved. So Amarantha is like, okay, fine. I guess you win again. But again, if you solve the riddle that I gave you in the beginning, you can still go free. And then Feyre's like, I don't know the answer. So, keep going. And she realizes the tattoo on her hand is connected to Rhysand. So Rhysand was telling her the answer. Because this stupid bitch doesn't know the answer to the riddle. She was just, like, 1 is Amarantha, 2 is me and Tamlin. We're happy and all of that. That was her reasoning behind it. But
what was do we know what the actual reasoning is? No. Again, it's from her perspective.
It's from her perspective. So none of that makes sense.
I mean, I'm not saying when you're illiterate, you're stupid, but like, fuck.
And now she's thinking that Tamlin or somebody has told Amarantha that I don't know how to read and write. That's why I'm being given all of these riddles and puzzles. That's in Feyre's mind, but we don't know if that actually happened or not.
She just got lucky then.
She just got lucky.
So that tattoo is what helped her.
So that tattoo is a link between Feyre and Rhys's minds. So that's a connection to Feyre's mind. Rhys's mind through Feyre's mind.
Yeah.
So Rhys was telling her mind to mind that, this is not the one, this is the one. Because he can't outright help her, right?
Yeah.
And then she's again suspicious, like, why is he helping me? What's his motive behind it? And so again, Lucian is like, what the hell were you doing? Did you not, like, why it took you so long? Lucian doesn't know Feyre is illiterate either. Lucian has he was only half paying attention to what was going on between Tamlin and Feyre. So again, Lucian is fine, Feyre is saved, goes back to her cell, goes back to the partying and everything. Again, wait for the third task. And then one of the nights during one of the parties, somebody from the Winter Court is brought in front of Amarantha, and they're being accused of trying to organize a rebellion against Amarantha. Like they all want to band together and kill her and like get free, because everybody else is being forced to live under the mountain, right? All the High Lords, except Tamlin, all the High Lords were living under the mountain, leaving their courts to ruin, and she was destroying everything outside. So this child, or like this man from Winter Court, is being accused that, you know, of a rebellion and stuff. The High Lord of the Winter Court is brought in front, like, oh, so you, and Amarantha is like, you guys are conspiring against me. And then the High Lord is like, no, I don't know, anything. I don't even know who this man is. And then she asks Rhysand to look into in their minds and see who's telling the truth. And then Rhysand looks into the man's mind, and he's like, he wasn't directed by the High Lord to do this. He did it on his own, and the High Lord doesn't know anything. And then Amarantha is like, break his mind, but don't kill him. And then Rhysand just kills him, like puts him out of his misery. And then Feyre is seeing all of this, and she sees the expressions that they exchange, Rhysand and the High Lord of the Winter Court, and she picks it up, like, you know, there's something else going on, because they are talking eye to eye, and then Amarantha is unaware of it. That whole thing's happened. Feyre goes back to her cell.
Rhysand is the High Lord too of what?
Night Court.
Night Court. Oh, okay. So this other guy's also Night Court.
No, the other guy is Winter Court.
Winter Court. Oh, Night Court and Winter. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are seven courts, seven High Lords.
Mhm.
All of them are under the mountain.
Okay.
So this happens. Then, and before the third task comes around, one of the nights, Feyre is just really depressed and she's lost all hope. She's like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't deserve the love that Tamlin has for me, because, you know, I'm of no use. I'm not even able to.
But Tamlin's like not doing anything.
Exactly. Tamlin's just sitting there, not doing anything. And
Yeah.
Feyre is also like, what is happening?
Why is he not doing anything? Like, he's kind of being a shithole right now.
Mhm.
Because, I mean, Amarantha doesn't care about him that much. Like, well, no, she cares a lot about him, so he can get away with helping her in one way or the other, and he just hasn't been.
Yeah.
Like, Rhysand has been doing so much more than Tamlin has.
Exactly.
Like, so what? You said, I love you, and that was it? Like, and you just sit on the throne waiting?
You're not even fighting against it.
You're
just accepted his fate. Exactly.
Even when Rhysand and Feyre were together, did he even have like any expression on his face? Nothing.
He registers it. He gets angry, and then he just goes back to being a blank face.
No, I don't like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, bro. Like, when things get tough, that's when you have to show it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Not when it's easy.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed in him.
Yeah.
And it's kind of selfish too. Like, did you only say I love you and like be open to love when it was like in his favor just so he can get free? Or what was it all about? Did you actually love her?
Yeah. Makes you think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tamlin is, it's not going to get better for him.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, I knew you liking Rhysand. He's spicy. He's a little saucy. I like him. He's a little problematic, but like, it's fine. I like that.
Yeah.
At least he's doing something. Maybe it's not like right by the books and stuff, but he's doing something. He's risking something, you know?
Do something, babe. Risk something.
Yeah, seriously.
You're losing me.
Yeah, seriously. Like, he's doing it. He's putting all the effort, knowing that he's not going to get anything back. He's like, I just want you to spend a week with me. Tamlin, what is he doing? Nothing. Show something. Show something. Like, hey, that's my baby right there. Nothing. Anyways, continue.
Mm-hmm. So a few nights before the third task, Feyre is just depressed and crying, and she has lost all hope and everything. And Rhysand comes to her room to talk to her. And he's just like, he's very disheveled, like his shirt is half open, his hair is all tousled and stuff. And she's like, what are you doing here? Feyre is like, why are you here? And he's like, I don't enjoy the things that I have to do. I just, serviced Amarantha in her bed. So just sue me for, looking for some peace. You're the only person I can talk to right now. I don't trust anybody else. Not that I trust you anymore than that, but just, shut the hell up. Let me just sit here. So he's there and like he's trying to talk about his feelings or whatever, trying to ease Feyre's feelings and stuff. And she's obviously not ready to talk to him. And then and then she's like, why did you make that bargain with me? Because you could have asked for every single day of my life and I would have had to say yes because I was at a disadvantage, but you agreed to spending me spending 1 week with you. Why'd you do that? And then Rhysand is like, I don't know, I was just feeling, generous, whatever. I have no answer to that. And Feyre is like, I know there's something going on. Like, I know you're doing something. Like you pretend that you're Amarantha's whore and everything, but I see that, somehow you're trying to fight against it and all. And he's like, don't you dare say anything because even the walls here, can listen.
Yeah.
But from his expressions, she can tell that, she's hit the target. Like she knows that he's actually working against Amarantha.
It's like he's Robin Hood.
Mm-hmm. And then again, Feyre is just like, leave me alone. I don't want you here. So he leaves. And then again, she goes back to crying. And then she hears this really, surreal, sad music coming into her cell. And she thinks that it's from the party that's happening in the court. And like that music gives her a little hope that, there's still something good out there. Maybe, if some people are able to play instrument and make music, maybe there's still hope that people are holding on to hope, and I am their only hope because if I don't do this, everybody dies and stays captive. So maybe you just have to push through this. So the third task comes around, and again, still Feyre hasn't solved the riddle. She has no idea what it is. She's just cursing herself and her stupidity. She's not stupid.
She's not.
But
yeah, I feel bad for her.
Yeah. So she's taken to again the throne room, and it's the normal throne room. There's no task or maze or anything for her to do. But the 3 fairies are brought out in front of her, and they have like their faces are covered and stuff. And Amarantha tells Feyre that you have to kill them, like you have to stab them through the heart, because she's like, oh, you hate us, right? You hate fairies. That's why you killed the wolf like that. Prove to me that you humans are still heartless and you don't care about us, and you will kill again. You will kill us when it's for your advantage. Because if Feyre doesn't finish this task, everybody dies. But to free everyone, she will have to kill them. So Amarantha is like, I will prove to you that you humans are cold-blooded killers. And then the first person's hood is taken out, and then it's just like a woman from some other court. She's crying and pleading like, please don't kill me, like I have kids and family. And then Feyre
so the task is to kill them?
Stab 3 fairies in their heart.
3 fairies?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
she gets to choose which ones?
No, all 3 of them. She has to stab all 3 of these people, kill them.
Oh.
In order to finish the task.
Okay, I was thinking there were like multiple, like 50 fairies, and she has to pick 3 to kill.
No. Only 3 are brought in front of Feyre, and Amarantha is like, you have to kill these 3.
Oh my god.
They're picked at random. We don't know who they are, where they came from.
Okay.
So Feyre puts a dagger through the first one's heart.
She does it?
She has to.
Why?
I mean, if she doesn't kill these 3, everybody else
everyone dies.
So, you have to pick and choose, like, for the greater good, what do you do?
Yeah.
And then
Such a philosophical thing.
As soon as she kills the first one, like when the blood touches her hand and it splatters on her face, Feyre is like, okay, that's it. After I kill the third one, I'm not going to kill the third one. I'm going to kill myself because I don't deserve any of this. I don't want to do this. This is breaking her.
Yeah.
She's losing herself.
Yeah.
The moment she killed the first one, it was hard for her.
But isn't there also the law, like when you kill a fairy, you're also expensed and
so all of
everything?
that was a lie.
Shut up. Are you joking?
No.
Are you joking?
No.
That was a lie?
That was a lie for Tamlin to keep Feyre so that he can get his curse broken.
My God. Are you?
There is no rule in the treaty like that.
Oh my God. I kind of hate Tamlin right now. I kind of hate him right now. I mean, understandable, but wow, really?
Yeah. And Andras wasn't the only wolf that was sent over the wall. He sent a lot of people over the wall over the 50 years. For most
That's
of
true,
them
because I was
die.
like, why did he send one so late in the game?
That Andras was the last try.
Oh.
But he sent a lot of people
Did no one kill?
earlier in this thing. A lot of them weren't killed or were killed, and then they killed the human back, or a lot of came back. But Andras was the one who was killed by an innocent human and then brought back. But that whole thing about a life debt, a lie.
A lie?
A complete lie.
Oh my God. Because I was thinking okay, so this is a little tricky. If she kills 3 fairies, then how does that work? Life debt, debt wise. But I guess if that doesn't exist, that is so upsetting.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways.
So she kills the first one, and then the second one's hood is taken off, and it's a boy. And then again, he's crying and pleading. And then before Feyre kills him, she says a prayer for him. And then she stabs him also through the heart. And when the third one's mask is lifted, it turns out that third one is Tamlin. And then she looks at Amarantha and sees who's sitting beside her. Turns out it was the actor who was glamored to look like Tamlin. But Tamlin is the third fairy that Feyre has to kill. Stabbed through the heart.
Oh my God.
And then she's like, what? And then Rhysand comes and he's watching all of that and he's flabbergasted. He's like, oh my God, what's gonna happen now? You can't if
But what's
this whole curse is for Tamlin.
So she has to solve the riddle now.
Yeah. So, but she still doesn't know the answer. But then, do you remember in the beginning when Tamlin and Lucien are talking and Feyre eavesdrop, and then Lucien says, I know you have a heart of stone, but this is crossing a line. So Tamlin has an actual heart of stone.
Oh.
So if she stabs him, it's not going to kill him.
Yeah.
Because his heart is made of stone. So Feyre remembers that. She recalls that. She recalls Alice saying, keep your wits about yourself. Keep your ears open. Listen to everything. So she makes this connection. She prays to the gods or whatever that, I hope I'm right. She takes the dagger and stabs him through the heart. But the blade bends because his heart is made of stone. So that's fine, right? She's completed the task. Tamlin is alive. He's injured. He's really badly injured because she stabs him through the chest, but he's still alive. So, and then she asks Amarantha, I've done your tasks, free them. She's like, but I never said that I'm going to free them immediately after you finish the 3 tasks. I told them I will free them when I did not say. I only say I will free them immediately if you finish the riddle.
Oh my God.
See the word tricks, the tricks they play with.
So really there weren't any options. She had to solve the riddle. All of the 3 rounds of games was just the game the whole time. Wait, so exactly what did she say? She said, you have the 3...
If you finish the 3 tasks, I will free them. Or if you finish the riddles, everybody is let go immediately.
Immediately. I see. Okay. So she didn't specify when she was going to free them.
If she finished the task.
Yeah.
But if she finished the riddle, then they're immediately left.
Oh my God.
So she's finished the task, but Amarantha is like, oh, it's okay. Good job. I'm proud of you, but I'm not going to let them go because I didn't specify when. And now everybody else is angry. They're like, you said free her, free them. They're all revolting against Amarantha, and she's so angry that she starts torturing Feyre. She's
What?
breaking her bones and like strangling
Herself?
her.
She like gets into the ring
herself. Yeah.
Oh my god.
She's taken things into her own hands now. She's so angry. She's like, you think you're better than me? She's hitting her, and like Rhysand is screaming for her, and
Oh my
he's like,
God.
stop. Tamlin is still recovering from his injuries, and he's angry, trying to get through Amaranta, but she's too powerful, right? She's keeping everybody at bay. And then it hits Feyre that the answer to the riddle, that when it says, hold on, let me say this back to you. Oh my god. For though each of my strikes lands a perfect, powerful blow, will I kill? When I kill, I do it slow. So the answer to the riddle
It's herself.
is love.
Ew, shut up.
No, I'm not kidding.
Love?
Yeah.
Ew. Man, I thought it was death.
No.
It's love.
It's love.
Say it again.
There are those who seek me a lifetime, but never we meet. And those I kiss, but who trample me beneath ungrateful feet. At times I seem to favor the clever and the fair, but I bless all those who are brave enough to dare. By ministrations by large my ministrations are soft-handed and sweet, but scorned I become a difficult beast to beat. So the scorned woman is Amarantha, and she's really, powerful. For though each of my strikes lands a powerful blow, when I kill, I do it slow.
Oh.
So Feyre realizes it while she's dying, and she says, I know the answer. The answer is love. And that's when Amarantha completely loses her shit, because she's broken the curse, right? Feyre has broken the curse. Amarantha promised, as soon as you tell me the riddle, everybody is free. So everybody gets their power back, and Amarantha snaps Feyre's neck. And then Feyre is dead.
Shut up.
Mm-mm.
She's dead?
She's dying. Yeah, she's died. So in her, she's like, I can feel all my bones breaking. It's too much. Like, she's in agony. And then before she loses consciousness, she hears her neck break.
Oh my god.
And then instead of like dying, going into oblivion, her consciousness, like she can see herself through somebody else's eyes. Like, so she's gone into somebody else's mind, and like she can see the whole scene. Like, her body is broken there, and Amarantha is on top of her. So she has transformed, or like she's traveled into Rhysand's mind through the bargain that they had. So she's held on to that one link of consciousness because she doesn't want to die anymore. She's realized that she has too much to lose, that, there's a lot of love, that all of this was done out of love for me, for Amarantha's misguided love for Tamlin and all of that, and she doesn't want to die anymore. So she holds on to that link that she has to Rhysand, and she sees herself, she's seeing all of this happening through his eyes, and she sees him, like Rhysand, get up, find a dagger, and he tries to kill Amarantha, but she throws him against the wall, and he like gets injured. But Tamlin is finally, he has his full power, right? He gets up, takes Amarantha by the neck, throws her against the wall, and like stabs her and like breaks her neck. So he kills Amarantha.
Oh my god.
But Feyre is again dead. She's left her body. So Tamlin is like, he holds her up, and like he's crying, and like I'm so sorry and everything. Then Rhysand gets up, and he talks to all the High Lords into their minds and convinces them to give a kernel of their power to bring Feyre back to life, because they're like, this girl, this human, sacrificed herself to save our continent, to save Prithian. This is the least we can do to save her.
That's true.
So everybody gives like a small kernel of light, a small kernel of life they put it back into Feyre's body, and she comes back to life. Like, she can see herself, her consciousness traveling back from Rhysand's mind to in her own body, and she remembers everything. She hasn't forgotten anything. She remembers everything. She comes back, but she comes back as an immortal. So she's become a Fae, a high Fae.
Yes, let's go. Oh my god.
Yeah. So Feyre is back. She's alive. She's gonna live forever, and Amarantha is dead. everything is restored in the world.
Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
But now she needs to pick which one.
Bro, she's definitely going back to Tamlin.
No, she shouldn't.
Like, she hates Rhysand. Rhysand, again, had his ulterior motives and he's evil and he tortured so many people and all of that. So how can she doesn't know Rhysand. Why would she go to him? She did all of this for Tamlin and then you want her to leave him?
Because Tamlin just sat there like a doof and did nothing.
Yeah, that's true. But Feyre is like, no, I love you. I understand why you did what you did.
No.
I want Feyre to end up with Rhysand?
Yeah, I believe in actions, not words.
Mm-hmm.
Rhysand risked everything. And we don't even know his story yet. Like, we don't even know what his ulterior motive was, because he's clearly talking to like the Night Court person too. So
Winter Court.
Oh, Winter Court person. Oh yeah, right, because he's Night Court.
Yeah.
So we don't know what he's up to. Maybe he was doing something for a greater good too, and he is a good guy who's just pretending to be bad, and he hates Tamlin for a more personal reason. Maybe she doesn't even know who Tamlin is, because once Rhysand tells her what the shit he's done, she's gonna be like, did I pick the wrong guy?
Mm-hmm. I don't even have to convince you to listen to the next book. You have all the things on your own.
Yeah.
I
have so many opinions. I believe in actions. Rhysand is my guy. I think he's hot as fuck, fine as fuck, has more depth, more interest to him. Like, he's protective. He's actually protective. Tamlin is not. Like, yeah, sure, you sent her across back to the human world. You didn't think that you really thought that was gonna work. Like, you give all the money and be like, yeah, I helped you.
Yeah.
Go away. Are you joking? Are you really? Are you joking? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Feyre is back to life.
Yeah.
She's an immortal now. And she's gonna go back to the Spring Court and live with Tamlin happily ever after. So they and before everybody else leaves under the mountain, all the High Lords have like a small discussion, like what's gonna happen. And we don't know what that discussion was because Feyre is not involved in this. And then like they're all making plans of going back to their courts and everything. And then she goes back and she is spending time with Tamlin, and like again now that they're reunited, all the love is back, they have sex and they're sleeping. And then Feyre wakes up in the middle because she feels a tug, like somebody is calling her. And then she follows it to a balcony, and then Rhysand is standing there. And then because they have that bargain,
Connection.
like they are connected, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, he just wanted to see her before he went back to the Night Court, and he's like, I just wanted to make sure that you're okay and all of that. And she's like, yeah, I mean, is there any way to break this bargain? I don't want to spend a week with you. And he's like, no, like there's none. You have to, but go live your life happily with Tamlin, whatever. I don't care. I'm just gonna go back home. I miss my own family and my people, right? And before she leaves, he looks at her, he realizes something, and he's so startled, taken aback. And then she's like, what happened? And he vanishes. And she's so confused, like, what the hell? Like, what happened? And then she goes back, and then they return to the Spring Court, and that's it.
Oh, that's how the book ends?
That's how the first book ends.
A moment of silence. Damn. Can't wait for the next book. Honestly, I'm hooked onto this. I wonder what he realized, what that epiphany was. That would be interesting. But I'm glad she has her. I'm not glad. I don't sound very glad. I'm happy for her that she ends up with Tamlin. They get to bone and have a good time now. But my homeboy Rhysand still out and about. He's the one who got away right now.
Yeah.
It's okay. I have a feeling that epiphany will come back later. They'll go on a new adventure again, because I don't like Tamlin. Tamlin can actually, I mean, I don't want him to die, but like I feel like he needs to go on his own self-discovery journey.
He has issues for sure.
Yeah, he needs to.
He needs help.
Yeah. I mean, poor guy. All he wanted to do was play the fiddle.
Yeah.
Instead, he's playing this girl.
Oh my God.
Just kidding. I really have some trust issues about this because does he even love her?
Mhm.
Or is it just that she saved him? You know?
Exactly.
Like, it's, I forgot what the term is for it. But, like Stockholm syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Exactly.
But not like that he tortured her, like that he's the prisoner. Not in that sense, but like because she saved him. Or I like to call this the prince saves princess in a tower syndrome, the Rapunzel syndrome.
Yeah.
Where it's like Flynn Rider, I mean, not that this happened in the Disney movie, but like the tale itself, the prince saves Rapunzel and she falls in love with the prince because he rescued her.
Yeah.
So does Tamlin just love her, Feyre, because she rescued him? Is that what it is, or is it deep love?
Yeah.
Because I remember, like, whatever he was saying, it did feel deep that he understood her.
Yeah.
But is this like a trauma bonding because they both like went through the same shit?
Exactly.
Or is it like love, you know?
Yeah.
Or I mean, it could be both. It could be both, sure. Like, you have that trauma bonding on we both went through these hardships together. Like I've never met anyone who went through this stuff that I did. So it's refreshing. And that like the bonus is that she can alleviate the curse as well. So he's like, okay, 2 in 1, you know, I guess equals to love, you know, but love isn't really like an equation. Just because you like have all the variables doesn't mean it'll equate to that.
Yeah.
So is it love or is it a love that'll last a while or is it gonna fizzle out? Like, what is it? Because their foundation is just based on them saving each other.
Yeah, it's based on trauma.
Yeah.
And Tamlin already had a lot of trauma. Now Feyre has a shit ton to deal with also.
Yeah. And oh my God, I have so many thoughts on this. Well, my other thought, this is going to be a longer episode, but it's fine.
Yeah.
My other thing is that when she initially went to the party and those 3 goons or whatever were like, you know, heckling at her, being like, oh, baby, baby girl, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then Rhysand steps in. Like, he didn't have to. He was there.
Yeah.
And already in the beginning, he was kind of like a hero, you know? Like, he was like, oh, yeah, she's with me.
Yeah.
Y'all can fuck off, you know? And she already felt safe not knowing who this person was.
Yeah.
And friggin' Tamlin knew that she was there the whole time because he could sense her.
Yeah.
And he just did nothing about it.
No, because he was more worried about the ritual that he had to carry on.
Yeah.
He was so into like following the rules and protocols and like this is tradition that nothing else mattered to him.
No, now I don't even find it that romantic that like I'm taking it all back.
Yeah.
Like that I don't even find it romantic anymore that he was like, oh, I knew you were there and I would have chosen you to have sex with and perform the ritual. That's not even hot anymore. That's not even hot. You can, I don't know if I could say, you can suck my dick. You know, like that's not hot. I don't think that's like a compliment. You knew that she was there and she wasn't supposed to be there. You didn't let her come to the party because for her safety. If you knew that she was there, wouldn't you have dropped the ritual and been like, fuck this. I don't know why we're even doing this.
Yeah.
When we don't even have powers and stuff, right? Like there's really no point to is there a point to ritual? Was it?
I think it was just their way of tradition and like whatever power they have, generating a little more and giving it back to the land.
Yeah, that means like you add what 0.01 points to your power. It means nothing.
Yeah,
you still are counting your days. This should have been your what were your priorities?
This was like a whole big charade to make Feyre fall in love with Tamlin. When you think about that, when you know the motive behind it, because when you're reading it from Feyre's point of view. She doesn't know the part of the bargain or the curse or anything, right? You're under the impression that, oh, Tamlin is just a nice guy. He just wants to save her. But when you find out, he knew the motivation behind
changes the tone.
It changes your whole thinking. Like, you can't even believe that he actually loved her. Maybe he's lying about it.
Yeah.
Because all you have to say is the words, right? I love you. Nobody's measuring the amount of feelings that you have. If it was the measure of the feelings, then Feyre wouldn't even have to tell him I love you. She felt it already, but it was just the words.
Yeah.
So how do you trust Tamlin that he actually loved Feyre?
He actually meant it, because just saying the words doesn't really mean anything sometimes.
Yeah. It's just the whole thing is orchestrated by Lucien and Tamlin. You know, the in the beginning, the way Lucien is written and like the way he is witty and everything, because Tamlin is not talking at all, everybody was pining for like or shipping Feyre with Lucien. She should have ended with Lucien. She has better chemistry with Lucien. But Lucien was just like, oh my god, I just have to help this stupid bloke to break his stupid curse.
Yeah.
Because Tamlin had given up.
Interesting. So she had more chemistry with Lucien?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The way they were talking, but then Lucien takes himself out of it because Tamlin realizes that Feyre is, there's more banter between you two, and he was afraid that she's going to fall in love with Lucien rather than him. So he's just like, exit. Don't spend that much time with her.
Oh my god.
That's why in the beginning, when they ask her, like, do you love somebody else in the human lands?
Oh.
Because they wanted to make sure that she's not attached to anyone so she can get attached to Tamlin.
Jesus.
Exactly.
No, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Like, now it changes. Now I want to like smack myself from the last
It's
episode.
not your fault. It's how it was supposed to be.
Yeah, that's true.
But at least you realized everything.
I realized my mistakes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You're not blindly shipping Feyre with Tamlin.
I kind of like how this is written though. Like, while you're going through it, you're thinking, because this is from Feyre's perspective, you really think that he's in love, that he's doing all of this. Like, wow, I mean, I could have been he wanted to fuck me in the ritual, but he didn't. Because, I don't really know why, but like, he didn't. But I guess because he loves me.
Yeah.
Like,
even though now that we know everything and Feyre knows everything, she's still not understanding what we are understanding. She's still in love with Tamlin. She's still believing everything he said to her because that's how traumatized and damaged she is.
Yeah, and also because Tamlin made sure that she saw Rhysand in a bad light too.
Yeah.
Like, because in the initial meeting when she was in that room, Rhysand comes in, Tamlin's like, why are you here? Like, I don't want you here. Literally, like, fuck off and stuff.
Yeah.
And of course, she has no choice but to trust how Tamlin reacts, right?
Yeah.
So already in her head, she's thinking Rhysand is bad. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, she's not open to understanding, like, is he actually bad? Like, what's his story? Like, what's going on? She doesn't care because she loves and trusts Tamlin so much.
Exactly.
But we don't even know why did she ask him why why they hate each other?
Tamlin and Rhysand? I think, that because Tamlin said that, Rhysand is the one who killed his father.
Right.
Rhysand killed Tamlin's father, mother, and the two brothers.
But Tamlin's dad was the one who killed
Rhysand's mother and sister. So it was the first step was taken by Tamlin's father. He's the one who killed Rhysand's mother and sister. That's when Rhysand came to take revenge on Tamlin's family, and then he kills everybody except Tamlin, because that moment is when he also became a High Lord, because he killed Rhysand killed Tamlin's father. The power went to Tamlin. So they were both crowned like the High Lord at the same time.
I see. I don't know. Feyre is like, she needs to open her eyes a little bit, because I don't think Tamlin is that great of a guy.
Yeah.
Because now it just seems like all of a charade to just get rid of his curse. And it kind of makes me feel a little icky that he tried for years and years. So it could have been any other bitch that he fell in love with.
Yeah.
It wasn't like she's special or anything. She's just the one who got caught.
Exactly.
She's a fish who got caught. That's it. it's not that she was anything special. It was just that and it's not like she was the one either. She was just there. It was convenient.
Yeah.
That's what sucks. Like Rhysand, it's not convenient for him. It's far opposite. I think that's more romantic. That like it doesn't make sense for him, but he still wants to, you know? Because he saw her and thought she's a badass. Yeah. Whereas Tamlin saw her and was like, wow, she went through the same trauma as I did.
Yeah.
It's like two different things.
In the beginning, Tamlin was like, oh, she needs saving.
Yes.
And protecting.
Exactly.
And now he's like, oh, she went through the same as me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, you're right. Tamlin was like, I can save her. And Rhysand's like, she's a badass.
I can support her.
She doesn't need saving. I love that. I love it. Like, and he knows how to protect her too. Yeah. The whole paint thing. Yeah. Oh my God, it got me going. I love it. Like, if anyone touches you, I will know. Yeah. I love it.
Oh, you know, one of the nights, like I think night before her third task, again, Feyre is like in her skimpy clothes and like the paint all over. And she sees Tamlin standing near a wall and like he how do you say beckons her to follow him to a back room, and she goes because maybe he's like, oh, maybe finally he has a plan, like, you know, he wants to talk to me. They go into that back room and all he wants to do is make out.
Shut up.
He just starts kissing her and groping her, and like Rhysand comes in and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? Do you know if Amarantha walks in right now how this is gonna look? Leave. And Tamlin leaves, and like Feyre's paint is again, you know, you can see where all Tamlin touched him. The paint against her boobs is smeared in her hands and her thighs and everything. And then Rhysand senses something, and then he kisses Feyre and like touches her and everything. Immediately, Amarantha walks into the room to see what's going on.
Wait, Rhysand kisses her? Wait, hold on. Oh my God. Wait, you have to say that again. So
when Tamlin asks Feyre to follow him into this back room. It's just them, Tamlin and Feyre, and then they start making out. Then Rhysand comes into the room, tells Tamlin to fuck off because he's like, if Amarantha sees you with her, she's gonna end all of us right here, right now. What are you doing? Are you so stupid? Like the only time you got with Feyre alone, instead of trying to save her, all you want to do is fuck her. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Tamlin leaves.
Oh my God.
And then Rhysand is standing there talking to Feyre, and then he realizes somebody is coming. So he starts kissing Feyre, and then Amarantha walks into the room, and then she gets jealous. Like, oh, so I'm not good enough for you anymore. You want to play with the human? But he only did it. So Amarantha didn't see all the smeared paint. All the paint that was on Tamlin's hand, he transferred it to his own hand.
Oh my God.
So he saves Tamlin's ass.
Yeah.
And then takes the blame on himself.
God.
And then that's the night Amarantha brings him, like calls him to his room to fuck him. And then he goes to Feyre's cell and be like, you know, let me just sit here because I'm depressed. She just assaulted me.
Oh, they do it too after that?
She forces him.
Oh my God.
Like
poor baby.
For 50 years, he's being forced to sleep with Amarantha. He's not doing it on his own accord.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought like he wanted to. Like
that's how everybody thinks. That's why they call him her whore. He's not doing it for doing it. She's making him do it because he wants to. It's again going into the second book.
Don't tell me.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why he did what he did.
I didn't know. I thought like he thought she was hot too, or like
that's what you're meant to think in the first book.
Oh my God,
that he did it out of his own choice.
Okay, I changed my mind. I hate Tamlin. I hate him. I loathe him. I want to take those bones from that worm monster and stab it in him. And this time, I'm going to miss his heart of stone and just impale him so he's like a kebab on a chopstick. God. I loathe this man.
He deserves the hate.
I actually hate him. Oh my God. Fuck the vampire kiss. That's not even hot anymore. It's not even hot. Honestly, I thought it was kind of problematic for me to be like, oh, he said that he, if I knew you were there, I would have chosen you. Now I'm getting the ick. Now I'm like, I can't believe I thought that was hot.
When I read it, I also thought it was hot. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah.
So sexy and romantic.
I know.
He's picking me, or like he's picking Feyre.
I know. It's like, pick me.
Yeah. Choose me. Love me.
Yeah. Now I feel like shit. Like, am I the problem? I feel so ashamed of myself because I was so giddy, and I guess that's how like Feyre felt, because I felt that way. But then now I feel disgusted.
Yeah.
I was like, you wanted me for my body? Like, that's such a weird way to put it. Being like, if I knew you were there, I would have fucked you.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up. That's not even hot anymore. That's not even hot. And then I can tell how much I've grown in the past couple episodes, because the context is everything. Without context, like,
yeah,
I guess it was like all lovey-dovey and stuff, but with context, fuck off. Tamlin can suck my dick.
Yeah.
I'm so mad. Like, she needs to wake up. Girl needs to wake up.
Yeah.
I'm furious. I can't wait for the next.
You're gonna love the next book. You're gonna love it.
I can't wait, because Tamlin is seriously pissing me off.
He's problematic.
Yeah. I feel bad for her though. Like, she's already gone through so much, and now she's getting played like by. Oh, okay. So I guess that comes to the concept of like lust versus love.
Yeah.
Maybe he confused lust for love.
Yeah.
But
maybe she confused lust for love.
But I feel like for her,
she also lusted after him.
Yeah, not really. She only lusted.
That's true.
I feel like she loved him from the beginning. She had a deep care for him because she knew that he was going through something and she didn't know what it was and stuff. And like, he also fed the idea that whatever he was doing was to save her and like protect her. So she fell in love with that. Like, oh, he cares about me. That was her pretense, right?
Yeah.
That, oh, he cares. That's why he's doing all of this. And then I feel like she only fell in love. Like, lust, I feel like is more of a physical attraction. She only really saw that right before their first kiss, when he like revealed himself completely and stuff, had the Edward glow and everything, right? And she was like, oh my God, right? But up until that point, she was still like falling in love with him. He just, I think, was lustful. I don't even know. I just hate him right now.
Yeah.
I can't. I want to say so many bad things about him, because now I can't get over the thought that Rhysand was at the party saving her from these 3 guys, and all that Tamlin had to say was, I knew you were there, but I didn't go after you because I had to perform the rich one, fuck another girl.
Yeah.
But if you were there, I would have fucked you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. We can end the episode.
Okay.
Before I keep venting about this. I hope
you
that
will have more reasons in the second book. So don't worry.
Okay. All right. I guess we can end the episode here.
Okay. I hope you all enjoyed the book and you'll come back for the second one.
Yes. I definitely will. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited to hear about it.
If this episode piqued your interest and you want to follow Feyre's story with us, keep a lookout for more episodes about the series.